Everybody, we are here to review what I think is an unbelievable paddle in the marketplace for its price point. I have played with these paddles by F2 Sports. Unbelievable control, great power. The two that I'm reviewing with Neil are the F2 Kevlar. It's a 16 millimeter. And then we also have a 16 millimeter Pro Series, which is made out of T700 raw carbon fiber, Toray carbon fiber.
Toray, yeah.
Toray. Okay. They're approved from USA Paddles, and they play unbelievable for the price point. I was so impressed. Sarah sent me this. They're a company out of like the Detroit, Michigan area. When they sent me these, I love an edgeless paddle, especially if it doesn't crack. And I did play with these and I beat them up pretty well. But,
I see that.
I know. And this is the good one.
Yeah.
But let's start with the Kevlar one. You know, there's mostly people know carbon. Not a lot of people
Right.
know Kevlar.
Well, carbon's big right now, and I don't think that's going to go anywhere anytime soon.
So let's start with the face. It's
Yeah.
16 mil, which I like playing with for control.
It's 16 mil, but the Kevlar here, you can see the nice weave on here. Kevlar is going to give you much more pop than you're probably used to compared to carbon. So you get that. It's more about power with Kevlar. But the fact that they combined the Kevlar with a 16 mil means that they're not only focusing on that power, that pop, but they're focusing on more of that controlled power. So when you have a thicker paddle, you're going to have more absorption of the ball at impact. So therefore, that equals control.
Well, let me ask you, when they do Kevlar, does that give you more spin or the same as carbon? Or not spin?
It's very similar, but Kevlar is more poppy, more
power.
Power, yeah. You're gonna
That's why I played really well in singles with this paddle.
You like pop, yeah.
I love the power.
Yeah. So if you're playing a lot of singles, it really comes down to what you're looking for in your game. But if you're a singles player, yeah, you probably want to have more pop and more pace on the ball and go with something that has that extra pop, like Kevlar.
Yeah, and this retails for $134.
That's cheap.
I know. It's amazing.
You know, and you don't see a lot of edgeless.
Yeah, I love it. I love
paddles.
it. It's actually, I should say it's edgeless, but it has just a slight hybrid of a I don't know, maybe don't you think they wrapped a little something around here?
Yeah, there's definitely some added material here. What I would say, I keep snagging this.
Go ahead.
I'm very hands-on when I
Yeah.
talk. So with edgeless paddles, there's always that give and take, right? So edgeless, a lot of people will say, well, you're going to hit better, right? There's more surface.
Sweet spot.
Well, first off, you don't want to hit up here anyway, but
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story.
That's true.
But with edgeless, you're going to hit the ground once in a while. So what I would recommend with something like this is you put a little edge tape around the edge of the paddle. So you're not only protecting it, you're adding more durability, longevity of the paddle. But you also, when you put a little edge tape on here, or even maybe some weighted strips, you're adding a little more head weight. That's one thing that you sometimes miss out on with edgeless paddles is feels light up top.
And that affects your swing weight.
It affects your swing weight, affects you, and personally from my perspective, what I prefer is a little head weight. So I would add edge tape and maybe a couple weighted strips. But to each their own. That's what's fun about pickleball. Everyone's different.
Well, let's talk about the handle. And actually both of them, they both have the same, even though it's a different color, they have the same grip. And I love this grip. It's like, it's got like a ridge, like molded onto it that has like.
Yeah, it has the raised ridges.
Raised ridge. Yeah. And I feel like in the perfect size. It's not too big. I have child size hands. I'm loving this. I mean, if you want to obviously put an overwrap on it and build it up, you can. But talk about the grip for a minute.
Personally, I don't use contoured grips.
You like just flat?
But I love them.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know why I don't even put some on my paddles. What I like though is with the contoured ridges, your fingers settle in between, so there's less slippage. That's nice. And sometimes with contoured grips, it's not as deep where your fingers settle in. These are perfect. Your fingers actually are settling in nicely, and the circumference is I think perfect. Really, it's spot on. And you got the end cap. Sometimes end caps get a little bit unnoticed, but this is the traditional octagonal end cap, much like tennis rackets and things. But it's not big and it's not digging into your hand or the meat of your hand.
Would you say the grip is like, how you find some paddles have more of a square grip, some are more rounded? This to me is like a hybrid of a rounded square, and it feels awesome.
And I've never played with F2 paddles up until we tested them and tried them out, and very, very comfortable in the hand, which that determines a lot. That's the first thing you do is pick up a paddle. Correct. How does it feel in your hand?
Yeah.
I like it. One other thing, graphics. You want to look good out there, right?
Yeah, I like.
So it's subtle. I've always been a big fan of this is really specific here, but I've always been a big fan of hollowed out graphics. So see how it's kind of outlined?
Yeah.
And it's outlined a little bit on this too, if you turn it around.
Yeah.
I like that.
Does it
It's clean, it's nice, and it doesn't take away from the carbon fiber because the carbon fiber is doing the work.
We'll talk about the differences between, like, with this carbon, Toray.
Right.
What is Toray?
Toray is a brand that makes carbon fiber.
Okay.
And it's like, think about cars, right? There's a lot of cars out there. There's a lot of carbon fiber out there. Some cars are known for high quality, high standards, a little bit more pricey, but it lasts. That's what Toray 700 carbon fiber is. There's different qualities of carbon fiber. There's imitation,
Okay.
T700, a lot of that out there right now. But Toray is legit, real, solid, good carbon fiber. So that's what you're getting here with the F2 paddles. They're both 16. So like I said earlier, 16 is going to absorb a lot of that shock. But with carbon fiber, you're going to have nice dwell time. You're going to feel the ball. It's more about precision and control with the Toray T700.
So you lose a little power compared to the Kevlar.
So, you're going to create a little bit more pace, swing pace or swing speed, or you add some weight.
Okay.
And
this
again,
one,
you can put some edge tape on here.
yeah, this one retails for $129.
Exceptional price.
Exceptional price.
Very,
right?
very affordable and good quality.
I know. And I love the weight and feel of these. They're evenly balanced. I probably would add a little for me. I
think you need to.
Yeah.
Unless,
the weight.
you're going to, no matter what in pickleball, you're going to hit the ground every so often. That just happens, digging out a ball or going for a shot or dropping it.
Or throwing it.
Or throwing it like you do. I know. We've had this conversation.
I know.
Don't throw the paddle.
I know. I do it in the net now.
Does that really make it better?
Yes.
Okay.
It absorbs it. I was going to say they make these in 14 millimeters too. So if you like something a little thinner, did I play with, maybe they did send me one in 14.
14 will give you
More pop, right?
More pop. So when it's thinner, less absorption, more rebound.
So people that maybe don't have the power can go to that thinner paddle to get more off the ball without having to force it.
Right.
Well, I am really impressed with these paddles. So for price point, comfort, and playability, I think this is a great paddle on the market.
Very, very affordable. You see a lot of price in paddles going this way. You don't see a lot of carbon fiber paddles to this quality at below $150. So that's
Kevlar. That's what they use to make bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
And it's neat.
And it's cool to say.
Yeah,
you got a carbon fiber paddle. I got Kevlar.
Yeah.
You're bulletproof when you're up at the kitchen line, right?
I hit the crap out of the ball with this paddle, and I just
that would be That's
my wheelhouse.
Maybe I need to have Kevlar when we're.
You should wear Kevlar. Yes.
I need to wear a vest and have a Kevlar paddle.
Yeah, there you go. Then you have the best chance of survival.
You're gonna whoop my ass.
Well, you're fast. You are.
That's all I got going for me.
No, that's not true. You're very fast. I'm slow. I just try to get it done.
Yeah.
And this paddle helped me get it done. I did play singles with this one at the a while back, and in a tournament, and I just thought, wow. For the price point, it's amazing. Way to go, F2 Sports. Keep it up.
Nice work.
And I highly recommend it.
Absolutely.